excited to hear what he has to say, and so obviously pay attention here, and
we'll
wrap up after this. So, John, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Pete, and thanks for having me here all the way from Amsterdam. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about the return to travel. But when we speak about return to travel, do we know what we actually return to? And does it actually make sense to talk about the stuff that we did pre-COVID, post-COVID? And we might even wonder, as travel managers, is your job still the same job as before? Because, what is it that you're going to change in a world that is just defined by so much uncertainty? Well, there's one thing that we're very certain of, and it's the way that we work has changed. And as business travel is actually a function of the way we work, travel itself is also going to change. So we got really used to all of these virtual work environments, and we're making conscious decisions about the risks and rewards going to meetings or even going for groceries. And as we might not go to the offices as much as we can or want to, maybe we're going to meet a lot more in different places of the world, and that might change travel as well. So there's just so much we do not know. So when that happens, let's focus on what we do know. And what we do know in travel is that it's going to be a lot about quality over quantity. And the one theme that will stick out, especially the coming 12 to 18 months, and let's hope that period's a lot shorter, but it's quality over quantity here. Meaning, for those that have made the risk-reward analysis of a trip, the business value of that trip must be insanely high. And as such, we have got to make sure that these travelers are safe and well informed about all of the risks and pre and post booking, and we have to do so at way lower volumes. That might also have an impact on total trip cost and also the resources available to you as a travel team. So you have a group of high value, anxious travelers in highly uncertain environments. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to show you care. You're going to show you care about their well-being by informing them with all the right information to lower their levels of anxiety and to make sure they can be as productive as possible as they try to realize the business value while they're on the road. And we at Roadmap, we do not believe you can outsource the care for travelers to anyone else but you. So you want to make sure that message comes across from the brand they trust most, their own company. You show you care. And as we want to communicate with travelers while they travel, it has to function like the consumer tools we're used to. And Roadmap is exactly that. Roadmap builds you your own corporate travel app. So you show you care by becoming the angel in your employee's pocket. And we integrate with virtually all of your current suppliers, and it takes all of your policies and translates those into useful tips and tricks into real-life situations. It guides, informs your travelers at the moment with the information that you decide upon. So this is your message, carries your tone of voice, it carries your brand. So let's take a small peek on how this actually works. And this is just the basics of the platform. It's an appetizer, and it only covers like 5% of what the platform is capable of. So let's take a look at this video. A video is always an exciting part of a presentation, isn't it? So virtually probably as well. So here we have a look at the app of Nike and one of our global customers that's also on Concur. And it displays everything you expect in a travel app by automatically displaying what you've booked through Concur or your TMC. And we then translate that to the corporate context. Did that go well, that video? Probably not. So why don't you stop by our booth and we'll redo that then. But what we do is that, there we go. Here we go. So this is the Nike travel app. And this is exactly what you see. It takes off all of those bookings. And then it displays your flight, hotels, all of the stuff you expect. But now we take a trip from Barcelona through the eyes of a Nike employee, carrying the offices, favorite restaurants by the employees, all of that beautiful stuff. And we then display the preferred ground transport options and the benefits of booking a corporate benefit of a corporate rate. And we include the employee reviews to make sure employees feel heard and you're able to monitor the quality of your program. So that was just an appetizer. Sorry for the video hiccup, which is always a funny thing to do. So as mentioned, the biggest priority in the coming month will be around all the safety and the well-being of your employees. And we have learned that your risk departments actually control most of the decisions on how travel programs will be run in the near future. So in our upcoming release, we introduce a novel risk management model that allows you to play in any duty of care provider like Anvil, ISOS, as trusted sources of information. And this way, we make sure employees get consistent information all the way from planning to making that actual trip.
you. And again, I do love, right, what you presented in terms